All right, I'd like to call the Hammond Sanitary District Board of Commissioners to order December 13th, 2022. I'd like to see we did have an executive session before the meeting to discuss personnel and litigation matters. First item on the agenda, pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, moving on to item number 3, 2023 board meeting dates. I need a motion to approve, please. Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Next item on the agenda, consideration of November 15th, 2022 board meeting minutes. Do I have a motion to approve? Do I have a second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Item number 5, consideration of November 30th, 2022 special board meeting minutes. Do I have a meeting to approve? I'm sorry, motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Do I have a second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Chief Executive Officer report, Marty.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. As always, the plan is happy to report the plan is running well, as always. I hope on your way out today, it'll be dark enough that you can see all the Christmas lighting and decorations that we put up. Each year, we try to enhance it just a little bit because I think it works well for the neighborhood. And I think that since we have all the beautiful evergreens and everything, especially on the western front side, that it's really nice to see all the lighting and everything in it. Last year, they put the big tree up on top of the headworks and that's lit up very nicely. So I challenged them every year. They have to like wow me with something new and that's it. So Jeff and Dan are working in it. As you know, we have a handful of opportunity positions that are available throughout the plant. We've always didn't want to hire new people in fourth quarter because usually I have a lot of people taking vacation and a variety of other things slowing down. It's not really the best time to train new people. So we always wait to the first quarter. So come 1st January, we'll be posting those spots and hiring some new people. I'm happy to report that Sharon Zaney, who has been the mayor's executive secretary and office manager ever since I hired her when the mayor first got elected in 04. I hired Sharon Zaney in 05. About 3 years ago, I had a conversation with the mayor and had talked to him about one specific thing, is that if Sharon Zaney ever left the mayor's office, I would definitely want her to come to the sanitary district. And so 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, I actually had it put into the salary ordinance here for the district because of the fact that she does a fabulous job in a variety of duties. She does accounting. Rachel and our staff downstairs are technically almost overburdened with what we have to do. And so I thought the timing was right. I had a conversation with the mayor last weekend and said, I think that I'd like to go ahead and move forward with this opportunity. I thought I was going to get a dead set no. And what I did get was a dead set yes. And I think Owana was shocked when she heard about first time at the retreat on Friday. So Sharon Zaney's going to come here under the position that we have in the salary ordinance as human relations / everything else that Rachel has that she's going to work with. The good thing is that the way I sat and designed it with the mayor the last week and a half is that originally she was going to be fully employed and paid for by the district. But the mayor came up with, and I totally agree with, she's actually going to do not public relations, but human resources for not only us, but for the Port Authority and the water department. Which if you think about it, none of us have a human relations person. The biggest thing that we get bombarded with and drugged down with, and I say to we, I really mean Rachel, is that gosh darn FMLA. It takes a lot of time, there's a lot of paperwork, and it's got to be policed. And as soon as, and I want to say, we really don't have any employees here that abuse it, other than maybe 1 or 2 from time to time. But it's something that you have to go to the different seminars on because it's constantly changing. I don't have time to send Rachel to seminars just on FMLA. She's got her hands full with everything else that we're doing here. So Sharon Zaney's salary is gonna be divided by 3. We'll pay it every month and then send invoices out once a quarter to both Port Authority and Water for their fair share. I think it's a big win. I have a lot of respect for Sharon. I worked with Sharon for 40 years. Plus, I met her under Tom Senior when Tom Senior was mayor. She's very good at what she does and she follows the rules. And it's gonna be a big asset here and big asset to Rachel. So I just wanted the board to know that. Other than that, everything is good. We have some good projects that will be starting the first of the year. As I mentioned in executive session, Jeff and I and some staff are working on other ways to generate revenue without it having to be a rate increase. Because we have known a long time that there's only so many times I can go to the Hammond City Council, my board, the Munster Town Council, ask for a rate increase. I get that. And so we have to be diligent about looking at other ways. And we think we found some other ways. So I'll be happy to share those. And once we start putting those projects together first quarter next year. Other than that, if there's any questions from the board, that's all I have.
Any
Sharon,
questions?
you coming over and checking it?
Yes.
No.
Yes. Monica, I'm moving this along just for you.
Any other questions, anybody? All right, moving on, thank you for your report, CEO. Department reports. We have a safety report and sewer maintenance, any questions? Thank you for your reports. Consultant reports.
Yeah, you should have a copy of my status report. The only thing I have to report on that is what I said last board meeting. Item 5 there, we did submit the consent decree status report on time on November 9th. So happy to take any questions.
Any questions from the board? Okay, moving on. Next item on the agenda, resolution number 33-2022, a resolution by the Board of Sanitary Commissioners of the Sanitary District of Hammond, Lake County, Indiana, authorizing the permanent transfer of $150,000 for the fourth quarter of 2022 from Operation and Maintenance Fund 606 to the Replacement Fund 460. Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 33-2022.
Do I have a second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you. Next item, number 11, resolution number 34-2022. A resolution by the Board of Sanitary Commissioners of the Sanitary District of Hammond, Lake County, Indiana, fixing salaries and wage rates for the Hammond Sanitary District for the year 2023. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Do I have a second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Moving on to item number 12, the bank reconciliation document dated November 30th, 2022. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Do I have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Number 13, claims approval docket dated December 13th, 2022. Do I have a motion to approve?
So
Do I have a second? Second. All in favor?
aye.
Motion passes. Old business, any old business? Move forward, Marty?
There is nothing, Mr. Vice President.
Okay, moving on to new business. Is there any new business? Right, hearing none. Reports from commissioners, any reports from commissioners? Thank you. Public expression, is there anybody in the public wishing to speak? Anybody wishing to speak? Public expression is now closed. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Have a second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you for coming, everybody.